Could you truly change the past? Could you prevent a war, save a loved one, or whisper a warning that alters the course of empires? For centuries, time travel has been the ultimate fantasy, a staple of science fiction and a tantalizing what-if that haunts our collective imagination. But what if it's more than just fiction? What if the very fabric of our reality is woven with threads of time that could be manipulated, for better or for worse? Welcome to Alternatify, where we delve into the profound, the perplexing, and the potentially perilous possibilities that lie just beyond our current understanding. I'm your host, and today, we're not just exploring time travel, we're unraveling the very nature of choice, consequence, and the incredibly fragile web of history itself. The allure of time travel is undeniable. Imagine standing at the foot of the pyramids as they were built, witnessing the brushstrokes that brought the Mona Lisa to life, or feeling the lunar dust beneath your boots during humanity's first steps on the moon. The chance to observe history firsthand, to be a silent witness to the grand tapestry of human endeavor, is a powerful draw. Beyond mere observation, the temptation to intervene is even stronger. What if you could prevent the Holocaust, avert a devastating pandemic, or stop a personal tragedy from ever occurring? The idea of righting wrongs, of course correcting humanity's darkest moments, seems like an inherent moral imperative. It promises a world free from past mistakes, a utopian vision born from temporal intervention. However, this seemingly noble ambition quickly collides with the terrifying concept of the butterfly effect. Consider the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, the spark that ignited World War I. If you were to prevent that single act, what would be the ripple effect? Would it truly prevent the war, or would it merely delay it, perhaps leading to an even more catastrophic conflict later on? The unintended consequences could be far-reaching and utterly unpredictable. Preventing one tragedy might inadvertently create a new, potentially worse outcome. The very technological advancements we rely on today, from the internet to modern medicine, might never come to pass if their historical catalysts were removed. Our present is a complex sum of countless past events, and altering even one could unravel everything we know. This brings us to the most famous logical impossibility, the grandfather paradox. If you travel back in time and prevent your own grandparents from meeting, then your parents would never be born, and neither would you. If you were never born, how could you have traveled back in time to prevent their meeting in the first place? It's a circular contradiction that seems to violate the fundamental laws of causality. Yet theoretical physics offers intriguing, albeit speculative, solutions. One popular theory suggests the existence of alternate timelines or branching realities. Every significant temporal intervention wouldn't change our past, but instead create a new, divergent timeline where the altered events unfold. Another idea posits that the universe itself has built-in safeguards, subtle mechanisms that prevent significant changes from ever truly taking effect, perhaps by subtly redirecting events back to their original course. Let's delve into some specific scenarios. Imagine giving advanced technology, say rudimentary steam engines or even basic antibiotics, to the Roman Empire at its peak. Would it lead to an accelerated golden age, or would it simply destabilize their society, leading to unforeseen conflicts and a different, perhaps less desirable future? The very structure of their society, their economy, and their military would be irrevocably altered. Or consider preventing the Black Death, which wiped out a third of Europe's population in the 14th century. While seemingly a benevolent act, this plague had profound demographic, economic, and societal impacts, leading to labor shortages, the decline of feudalism, and ultimately contributing to the Renaissance. Preventing it could mean a vastly different and not necessarily better path for human civilization. These thought experiments immediately raise profound ethical and control dilemmas. Who decides what changes are made? Who holds the power to rewrite history? Would it be a benevolent council, a single dictator, or a clandestine organization? The potential for time travel to be weaponized is terrifyingly real. Imagine a nation altering its enemies' past, erasing their technological advancements, or preventing their leaders from ever being born. Beyond warfare, even historical tourism could cause chaos. Imagine hordes of future tourists inadvertently introducing diseases, technologies, or even cultural ideas that contaminate the past. The very act of observation could be an intervention. Furthermore, what does it mean for human identity and our ability to learn from history if the past is no longer a fixed, immutable record, but a fluid, constantly alterable narrative? Our understanding of ourselves, our triumphs and our failures would be fundamentally undermined. Despite the immense risks, the potential benefits of time travel, if its perils could somehow be navigated, are equally immense. Imagine accelerating scientific and societal advancement by studying past civilizations not just through artifacts, but through direct observation. We could learn lost technologies, forgotten philosophies, and ancient wisdom firsthand. Time travel could offer solutions to some of our most pressing global crises. Imagine preventing natural disasters by understanding their historical patterns with perfect clarity, or even subtly altering geological conditions. We could solve climate change by observing its historical trajectory and intervening at key moments, or by introducing sustainable technologies centuries ahead of their natural development. Beyond practical applications, time travel could foster a deeper understanding and empathy among humanity. By witnessing different cultures and historical periods firsthand, we could break down prejudices and biases that persist today. Experiencing the struggles and triumphs of people from different eras could foster a profound sense of shared humanity, potentially leading to a more tolerant and interconnected world. However, the dark side of time travel looms large. The weaponization of this technology is almost inevitable. Imagine nations or powerful individuals manipulating the past to gain an insurmountable advantage in the present. Economic systems could be sabotaged, political rivals could be erased, and entire populations could be subtly steered towards a desired outcome. The potential for devastating wars, fought not with bombs but with temporal alterations, is a chilling prospect. Time travel technology would become the ultimate source of power. Control over the past means control over the present and the future. This power would be coveted and abused by governments, corporations, and criminal organizations alike. Imagine a mega-corporation altering historical patents to secure monopolies, or a crime syndicate erasing evidence of their past misdeeds. The societal impact would be catastrophic. If the past is constantly in flux, trust would erode. How could we believe in history books, legal precedents, or even personal memories if they could be rewritten at any moment? The very foundations of our society, built on a shared understanding of a fixed past, would crumble, leading to widespread paranoia and instability. Perhaps time travel already exists, but access is severely restricted. What if it's controlled by secret societies or clandestine agencies, manipulating events behind the scenes, subtly guiding humanity's trajectory without our knowledge? This would mean our history, our present and our future are not truly our own, but rather a carefully curated narrative orchestrated by unseen hands. Another possibility is that time travel is inherently dangerous or imperfect. Perhaps the act of temporal displacement causes physical or mental harm to the traveler, leading to a select few who can endure its rigors. Or maybe the technology is limited, allowing only short jumps, or prone to errors and glitches that could strand travelers in unknown eras or merge them with past versions of themselves. This would make it a tool of last resort or a desperate gamble rather than a precise instrument of change. Let's consider some specific historical crossroads. The assassination of John F. Kennedy. Preventing it could have profoundly altered the Cold War, the Vietnam War, and the entire geopolitical landscape of the latter half of the 20th century. Would the space race have continued with the same fervor? Would civil rights movements have taken a different path? What about the sinking of the Titanic? Preventing that tragedy could have changed maritime history, safety regulations, and even the public's perception of technological infallibility. Would it have led to a different, perhaps even more devastating disaster later on due to a false sense of security? And then there's the rise of the Nazi Party. Preventing Hitler's ascent to power seems like the ultimate benevolent intervention. But what if, in doing so, you inadvertently create a power vacuum that leads to an even more brutal regime or a different, equally devastating global conflict? The 20th century was a crucible of change, and altering its most horrific chapter could have unforeseen and terrifying consequences. These scenarios force us to confront profound philosophical and existential questions. Do we truly have free will if our past can be altered, or if our future is predetermined by a fixed timeline? If the past is fluid, what does that mean for our sense of agency and control over our own destiny? The very concept of choice becomes ambiguous. And what about the nature of reality itself? Is time a linear progression, a single, unyielding river? Or is it multidimensional, a vast ocean of parallel universes, each branching off with every decision, every intervention? The existence of time travel would fundamentally redefine our understanding of existence, blurring the lines between what is real and what is merely one possibility among infinite others. The technological hurdles to achieving time travel are immense, requiring sophisticated machines capable of manipulating space-time itself, bending the very fabric of the universe. But even if these engineering marvels were to become reality, the enduring challenges would remain ethical and philosophical. The sheer power of temporal manipulation necessitates international agreements and a profound understanding of its consequences. Without strict regulations and a global consensus on its use, time travel could become the most destructive force humanity has ever unleashed. It demands a level of wisdom and foresight that we, as a species, have yet to consistently demonstrate. This brings us to the recurring theme that underpins all discussions of time travel: the constant tension between immense potential and the ever-present risk of catastrophic unintended consequences. Imagine the potential for education, for preserving lost knowledge, for personal growth through experiencing history firsthand. Consider the economic development that could arise from optimized historical resource management, or the environmental protection achieved by correcting past ecological mistakes. Think of the possibilities for social justice, for artistic expression inspired by direct historical immersion, for scientific research unconstrained by linear time, for peace-building by understanding the roots of conflict, for spiritual growth through a deeper connection to humanity's journey, for accelerating human advancement, and even for exploring the universe by traversing its temporal dimensions. Yet every one of these incredible benefits is shadowed by the risk of exploitation, of interference, of a single misstep unraveling everything. The power to change the past is the power to destroy the present. The implications of time travel are profound, stretching far beyond the realm of science fiction. They challenge our understanding of causality, morality, and the very nature of reality. Whether it remains a dream or becomes a terrifying reality, the thought experiment of time travel forces us to confront our choices, our responsibilities, and the delicate balance of existence. What are your thoughts? If you had the power to travel through time, what would you do? Would you intervene, or would you simply observe? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this journey through time thought-provoking, please like this video. Subscribe to Alternatify for more explorations into the unknown, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. We're always looking for new ideas, so share your wildest theories with us. Until next time, keep questioning everything,